Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic. So it is AI versus crochet, or AI versus fiber arts, but specifically crochet because that's mostly what I do. So I'm going to be talking about AI in regards to crochet while I practice my knitting skills. To start with, what exactly is AI? It's more like computers, but with computers you need to press buttons to do certain things. You need to know how to work on a computer. You need to instruct the computer to do the things you need it to do. But with AI, it's like you just give it a task and it figures it out. It figures out to do it out by learning from humans, by watching what humans do. So AI is basically like learning from data that comes from human. It's basically trying to replicate human intelligence, basically trying to pretend to be human intelligence. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that is what I see it as. So because I crochet and I freehand a lot of the things that I crochet, I tend to go to Pinterest for inspiration. I go there, check a couple pictures out, and then I like think about what I want to make. But every time I go to Pinterest, am I the one who gets slapped in the face with like AI pictures here, there, AI pictures, patterns, everything? They're trying to sell me AI nonsense, and it pisses me off so much because I'm literally there to learn about, like, find inspiration, and then I'm getting slapped in the face with AI. Oh my god, it is exhausting. And so there is this particular set I keep seeing every time I open Pinterest. Every time I'm looking for an inspiration, I always see this set, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to make this video. That's one of the reasons why I was like, let me make this video. As someone recently graduated from uni, I relied on AI a lot. I wouldn't lie. So it was really helpful for me in cases where I did not know what what I was supposed to do in exams, in tests. When I didn't know what to do, I would ask AI and to draft me something to read, and I would read it, and it helped me a lot. Obviously, I did not rely completely on AI because I know that there might be mistakes. AI might pretend to know the answer when they don't actually know the answer. So I made sure to do my research as well. But it was really helpful to me, and I know that is really helpful to a lot of people as well. The fact that the possibilities for AI is endless, that is what makes it scary. That is what makes it, I don't know, it makes it scary at the end of the day. So a lot of people are complaining about the fact that they might lose their jobs if AI continues to develop, if AI continues to learn. And it is actually very scary to think about, because if I lose my job, what are the chances I'm going to get a new job if AI is basically doing everything? So you might be wondering why I'm saying AI can be bad when I've basically mentioned how helpful it is, how much it has helped me, and after mentioning all of that, you might be wondering, why are you saying AI is going to be bad, or it might be bad then? Since AI is designed to perform like humans, it means AI will obviously do, and it can do things that humans can do, which means loss of jobs for a lot of people. If AI continues to progress, if AI continues to grow, this means that a lot of people lose their jobs. And when they lose their jobs, they might not be able to get other jobs because, well, AI will just basically cover for them. And a lot of these big corporations don't really care about people at the end of the day. If they're able to find AI that would work for them, obviously it's going to be cheaper than paying a lot of people. If they're able to find AI to do the job of like 50 people, they would gladly pay for it. Since this video is more about AI and crochet, let us talk about the issues that AI poses to fiber arts rather than the whole world at large, because we know the issues that AI might pose to every one of us, we know. But I want to specifically talk about crochet because it is something that I do, and I've been very pissed off these days. I get pissed off very easy these days. The first and the most annoying challenge we might face when it comes to AI versus crochet would definitely be AI generation of patterns. I don't typically use patterns because I won't lie, I don't know how to read patterns. I prefer to freehand a lot of the things that I work on. I started out with using tutorials, and that never worked for me. So I was like, why will I buy patterns if they don't work for me? So I just started freehand, and that is one of the reasons why I cannot read patterns. It's not that I can't read patterns, but I would prefer to like freehand rather than use a pattern. So I completely understand how much work goes into making a pattern. It is not just someone sitting down and writing a pattern and dropping it for everyone to see. It's more about someone writing a pattern after so many trials, writing that pattern, after writing that pattern, making sure it is curated to every size, shape, and height. Person is not just writing a pattern, they are looking for pattern testers. They're looking for so many things. They don't just drop patterns, they are making sure this pattern works for everybody that wants to use it. AI is not going to do that. A lot of people ask AI to generate a pattern for them. Okay, generate a pattern for a teddy bear, something like that. And then AI just drops a pattern. Obviously, it's not going to work because there is no test. It's more like AI goes around looking for different patterns on a certain thing. For example, you want to make a teddy bear. AI goes around looking for a bunch of patterns from different teddy bears and then mashes it together, gives you one pattern. So at the end of the day, the pattern AI is giving you most likely will not make any sense because even if you try using it,
oh my god, what is that?
even if you get the pattern from AI, even if you get it, if you generate the pattern, it will not make any sense. You might get a picture completely, but it will not make sense. At the end of the day, you end up making something that is probably not usable. It doesn't make any sense, and you're pissed off. You feel like you've been scammed for buying AI patterns. It has happened to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying they got scammed, they bought AI patterns. Bro, at the end of the day, a lot of crocheters end up disappointed and scammed because they went to buy a they went to buy a pattern made by AI, and obviously it does not make any sense, and then they end up making nonsense. So they are disappointed, they feel scammed, they feel disappointed, and it makes sense. It makes sense that they feel that way because they probably spent some money on that, or they probably spent a lot of time working on that particular thing, only for it to end up looking like trash. Another problem that AI poses, or a challenge that AI poses, is the fact that AI goes around learning from a bunch of things, learning from different data, learning from whatever it is provided. AI is going around taking a bunch of pictures and patterns and then combining it into one particular pattern or a picture for you, which means at the end of the day, you might end up with someone else's work. So, for example, let's assume you go to AI, like, can you show me the picture of a dress? You give it specifications, and then AI gives you an image, and then the image turns out looking like someone else's work. So you don't know that someone else has made something exactly like that. They have designed and they've worked on something exactly like that. But you've gone to AI, you've gone to get a pattern from AI, and then you assume it's going to work out. You're thinking it's going to work out, only for you to end up making someone else's work without crediting them. And it's going to be a problem for you because people, especially fiber artists, hate when you steal from someone else. So why you didn't exactly steal from someone else? You're basically using AI's work, which was probably stolen from someone else. So you get how that can be very, very annoying. When people see it, when people realize that, oh, that pattern was written by someone else, how do you have it? You're not going to be able to tell them, oh, AI gave it to me, because it does not make any sense. You're going to be seen as a thief. You're going to be seen as someone who stole someone else's work without giving them credit. And it is something very, very important in the fiber arts community. Make sure you give credit to whoever you're inspired by. But AI is not going to tell you who inspired it. And if you're learning to design your own work, if you're learning to make things by yourself, maybe trying to freehand, it's not going to help you at all because you end up making other people's work, and you might end up not being able to design, like have an original work, because you keep copying, you keep using AI. So we don't want a situation where you get dependent on AI to provide you with patterns. Another problem that AI might bring, or a challenge that it might bring, is eventually, what if AI learns to crochet? I mean, right now there are no crochet machines. We've not seen any machine that is able to crochet actually yet. So what happens when AI learns to crochet, or if AI learns to crochet? So if AI learns to crochet, a lot of people would focus on that machine or whatever it is that is crocheting at a faster rate, that is crocheting at a cheaper rate. A lot of people focus on it, and then crochet becomes a sort of lost art. It becomes something that only a handful of people can do, and if we're not careful, a lot of people will not be able to learn how to crochet, and it will just become a thing that dies off. We don't want a situation where no one knows how to crochet anymore, where everyone just sits in front of a machine and then they get whatever it is they want to make. Crochet is special. Fiber arts are special because they are usually handcrafted. They're usually made by hand. That's what makes it special. It takes time, it takes a lot of effort to make. So if there is a machine that can basically make crochet in like 2 minutes, obviously it ruins things for fiber artists. It ruins things for people that do things by hand. It becomes something that is lost. We don't remember how to crochet anymore because there's a machine doing it for us. At the end of the day, it's like we become very dependent on machines, which is not a good thing. It's not a good idea at all. So the question is, will AI replace crocheters? Will AI replace fiber artists? Is this something that will happen in the future? Is this something we are waiting on? Or is this something that we are trying our possible best to stop? Even if AI learns to crochet today, are we making sure we are teaching other people how to crochet? Are we reminding people about how important, how special it is to make things with your hands? For example, knitting machines exist, but a lot of people still knit by hand. It is not a lost art. But what happens when AI is able to do all of these things? Does it become a lost art? Will AI replace crocheters? Will it replace fiber artists? I think one of the most annoying parts of everything is the fact that so many people who don't know anything about crochet, who know nothing about crochet, go to AI, they generate patterns and they generate pictures and then they post it online for vulnerable people who don't know the difference between AI pictures and actual pictures. They scam them of their money and then those people are left disappointed because they end up with what doesn't even work out. They end up with AI pictures and nothing. And so they are scammed and they are disappointed. I mean, if I was a beginner, wanted to learn how to crochet and then I got scammed the first time, I probably would not learn to crochet ever again. And it's a very, very annoying situation. I won't lie, very, very annoying. Imagine going on Pinterest of all places, where you're supposed to get actual pictures of people posting, like people posting their own pictures, their own beautiful videos. You go on Pinterest and then you get slapped in the face with a stupid AI picture. But the fact that not everybody knows what crochet looks like, some people get scammed and they say they're like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. I think one thing we should try to do as much as possible is whenever you see things like that, make sure you're informing everyone in that comment section, informing them that this is AI and this is not what crochet looks like. This is AI, this is not what crochet looks like. If not, a lot of people just get scammed, thinking, oh, I'm learning how to crochet from here, not knowing that they're buying or they're purchasing, they're watching AI nonsense. I know that at some point AI would probably grow, learn, and outperform humans. I mean, machines outperform humans in terms of tasks these days, so anything is possible. I think what we should just try to keep in mind is let's try our possible best to teach people about this art. So it's not something that is lost. And I'm really grateful. I'm really happy about the fact that a lot of young people today crochet. I mean, I started crocheting when I was 18, I think. Was 17, 18? I started crocheting when I was 18. I was pretty old when I started crocheting. But I'm really, really glad to see that a lot of young people crochet these days. And they crochet one of the most beautiful pieces. Like, you see people's work and you're like, wow, wow. And that is something I know AI will not be able to replicate. That is a level of beauty, a level of creativity that AI cannot replicate, at least not yet. So I'm really, really hoping that young people continue to learn how to crochet, young people continue to pass it down to people. And so generations from now on, we are able to say, yes, crochet is not a lost art. We are still crocheting, regardless of whether machines exist or not, whether AI exists or not. Crochet is not a lost art. So if you would love to learn how to crochet, there are so many content creators who teach how to crochet. They have their own patterns, actual written patterns tested by people, not AI nonsense. Many of them, I will link a couple of them in the description below, so you should definitely check that out because these people are very, very talented. If there is one thing I want you to take away from this video, I think it is the fact that AI is supposed to be an assistant. It was never meant to replace humans. Maybe some people had it in mind to replace humans with AI, but it's supposed to be an assistant. So if and when you want to use AI, because I use it as well too, but if and when you want to use AI, especially in terms of crochet, in terms of fiber arts, remember that AI is your assistant. So instead of asking AI to create a pattern for you, a pattern that you're supposed to be creating, because obviously if you have an human assistant, you would not tell the assistant to go and make a design for you and like just take the design from that person and then use it. You would probably ask the person to help you with mundane tasks or things that you feel you don't have the time to do. So that's what you should be asking AI to do. For example, if you don't know how to draw and you want to design something, you could ask AI to help you with an image so you can visualize what you want to create, visualize what you want it to look like. And I really hope that at the end of the day, everyone realizes that AI is meant to be your assistant. It's not supposed to replace you. So don't let it replace you. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm very, very interested in seeing what you have to say. If you learned something from this video, if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my videos because I'll be posting more videos like this in the future. I'll be addressing many more fiber art issues in the future, so please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those videos. Thank you for watching. My name is Jemima and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Something exactly like that. Another challenge most likely will not make any sense, because even if you try using it, we're still doing what we do, right? We still keep doing what we are doing.